Court remands 3 OPC members for killing woman, burning Wakili's house. A chief magistrate's court sitting in Iyaganku, Ibadan on Wednesday ordered that 3 members of the Oduduwa People's Congress be remanded in a correctional center for allegedly killing a 45-year-old woman and setting a house belonging to Abdullahi Wakili on fire in Oyo State. The policemen charged 3 men with 3 counts of conspiracy, murder, and arson. The chief magistrate, which is basically Mr. Olaide Hamzat, did not take plea of the suspect for want of jurisdiction. He therefore ordered that they be remanded in Abolongo Correctional Facility, Oyo Town. Hamzat ordered the police to return the case filed to the police of Oyo State Directorate of Public Prosecution. He adjourned the matter until the 12th of April for mention. Earlier, the prosecution counsel, Inspector Okpeyemi Olagunju, told the court that the suspect on the 7th of March about 8 p.m. at Kajola village, Ayeta, allegedly caused the death of a 45-year-old woman. He said that Awodele, Dauda, and Hassan allegedly set fire to the house of the Igwakwa warlord Abdullahi Wakili, causing damage of 5 million naira. The offense, he said, contravened the provisions of some sections of the Criminal Code of Oyo State 2000 NAN reports. Okay, what I don't understand is there proof that they did it? Because again, we have to understand that the OPC members actually found Wakili. They did nothing to him. They took him to the police, and the police told them to send him to the hospital. And then they were, they were actually arrested, the actual people who caught him. But in the correctional facility, what is their aim? What is the, because they can't prove that. In the article, they're charged, but then they're not. It doesn't. I'm so. They allegedly caused the death. Allegedly. It's so strange. I think that it sort of shows how weak the system is, how hypocritical it is. We know these things. We know how the Nigerian. To be honest, it's very, very sad, but we know how these things will play out. At this point, when you take laws into your own hands, you're judged for it. Okay, then you decide, you know what, let us actually, take it the right way. Let's, take this man and bring the case to the police. And now these men are getting frustrated because they decided not to finish the course of taking laws into their own hands, in which they'll be framed for it. So I think it brings a bigger question of hypocrisy and lack of faith in the system. Because, so what can Nigerians do? Because they're basically trapped. Because if you go by the law and if you follow the police, department, one, either nothing will be done or you'll be framed for it. Or 2, if you decide to take laws into your own hands, you never really exercise that to its full extent. So it's very, very strange. It's very, very strange. And again, it's 3 OPC members for killing woman and burning Wakili's house. Again, everything is not proven here. Everything here is not, it's alleged. So again, they'd have to prove it, but still, conspiracy of murder and arson. It's strange. Basically, whatever they say, using technical words that are specific to law and saying section this of this, like they understand that when they say things like that, they basically take people off. People are not really interested in actually trying to find out what act or what this. No one cares. Really, no one cares. So I think it shows. What are we going to continue having these conversations? I think we need to start taking action. We need to start protesting again. We cannot forget, or if anything, we need to plan for 2023 because things like this should not be continuing. As a Nigerian, this is basic, not basic, but these conversations, we're having them again and again and again. If there's any relevant conversation that we should have, is if we should be separated, or a conversation being we need to prosecute some people in government past and present for atrocities that they've taken. and then send them to court. But how do we do that? We need to go back to the constitution. But then again, there are loopholes to everything. I don't know. I think conversations that we need to have is either we should either being to stay together or not, or to hold certain leaders accountable for the atrocities they've done, as ex members of government or even present. That's what I personally think. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's sad. That's all I can say. But to be honest, we need to start planning. We need to start planning. I think that if we want to get to 2023, we need to start. We can fund these things. No matter what they do, banning cryptocurrency, Nigerians will still find a way. And I think that's the best thing that we have. And we can use that to our advantage. We need to, acknowledge and honestly force the North to actually see why they should go and protest with us. I think there has to be, continuous protest until something is done. Because at the end of the day, we have to decide what we want for ourselves. Because we will do these things, they will gain traction internationally. But what would happen? Except people in other countries, pressurize the government. But in terms of, bodies, international bodies that actually have power, what would they be able to do? Because at the end of the day, in one way or another, they are benefiting from Nigeria's system. And it's sad. It is really, really sad. So what we need to do is we need to protest. We cannot forget. We need to pressure the president to come and speak to us. We're not applying enough pressure. We're not really. And I think in a way, it's sort of to the government, it might sort of show how unserious we are. And we're in a way us not reacting or demanding for our human rights and the stop of violations and so many things. We sort of give them power to continue, and that's why they can have the audacity to come and give us useless flimsy excuses or just confusing, unclear, insufficient answers to our questions. We're just being violated in so many ways. So we need to protest. I think that's what we need to do. But we've stopped. Unfortunately, I don't even know. Are we serious? Are we just tired? I think we cannot be tired. Because again, it's just boring. I think it's boring and tiring to have conversations that this person was remanded. There's a killing that happened in this place. Tribes are fighting against each other. Kids are being kidnapped. We're stopping trade from. The country is just deteriorating in our eyes, and we're just tired. So I guess if we don't really want to fight, let's just go our separate ways. But then, what motivation I don't know. Nigeria is a confusing country. It really is. So put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.